Good evening, guys, or morning, whenever you're watching this. I have my coffee here, and it is Try It Tuesday. So if you're interested in what we are trying today, and I do have a special thing that I wanted to share with you guys, keep watching. Good evening, guys, and welcome to Try It Tuesday. I have a new mic. I'm so excited to try it out. It is a DJI, and it has a really nice case. It has two mics in case I have a guest that needs a mic. Do I know how to put it back in? No, not really. I really don't, obviously. Okay, I think that's in. But yeah, that's the mic, and it has a magnet, so I don't even need a cord onto it. It like magnetizes to my shirt. So that is really nice. I really like that. So let's get started on today's meal that we're trying out. It was made in the slow cooker. It is the Minestrone Soup. Okay, we are making minestrone soup today because I have to use up the spinach that I forgot to use in our dish yesterday. So I'm not going to forget that today. And then we have these spices: oregano, rosemary, bay leaves, pepper, and salt. And then these are sun-dried tomatoes. Just the rest of that can I used yesterday in our meal. Crushed tomatoes, a 28-ounce can. Tomato paste. Bellini pasta. Garlic. 6 cups of vegetable broth, but I didn't have full 6 cups, so I'm using 2 cups of beef broth with that, which is fine. You can use any broth that you want. I think mainly they use vegetable broth so they can keep this more of a non-meat dish. Red kidney beans, Great Northern beans, and then we have 1 diced red pepper that I had frozen. I have celery, onions, and carrots, and then a bag of frozen corn. And all of this is gonna go in our minestrone soup. I mean, not the whole bag, just a cup of this, a cup of that, half of this probably, so I'll save the other half for another dish. And then we're gonna do the whole bag of corn, and we're gonna do that whole red pepper. But these ones, just a cup of each. Okay guys, I think you can see. So we're gonna start out by adding all of our veggies. This is the sun-dried tomatoes. We're gonna add that was like a half a jar of the smaller jars that you can get. And then the whole bag of corn. 1 red bell pepper. 1 cup of celery. 1 cup of onion. 1 cup of carrots. We are going to get our spices together, so I'm putting some bay leaves in here. 2 bay leaves. 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. So we're going to do a big heaping, and then another one. 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. 1 teaspoon of rosemary, but I just have maybe a teaspoon left in there. That's it. So I'm going to just dump it all in there. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And 1 teaspoon of oregano. And because I'm crazy like that, I am going to add some crushed red pepper flakes because, you know, you always got to have a little spice in your life. So maybe 1/2 teaspoon. And then we're going to add the tomato paste, 2 tablespoons. That's about 1 and 2. We're going to guesstimate. Now we're going to open up our cans of beans. This is going to go right into the slow cooker. And that's going to go right in the soup. And we're also going to drain this out. And then we need the 6 cups of broth. So both of those are going in. I have about 2 cups left in the beef broth. 1.5 cups of the pasta, but we're not going to add the pasta until the last hour of cooking, along with the spinach. Don't let me forget the spinach, okay guys? And that's it. Parmesan cheese for on the top when it's all done. But let's go add the rest of these in the pot. I'm not sure what I caught recording, but I just noticed the record button wasn't on. So I'm not sure what I else showed you. Dang it. I don't like this phone when it does that. Sometimes what happens when I click the record, it double clicks and then it turns itself back off. So we added everything. Everything that we had showed you, it's in there, including all of the broth, so it's nice and full. And I will bring you back in 4 hours to add the noodles and the spinach. All right, this is dinner tonight. It is the minestrone soup. You think you like it?
Yeah, I think it's good.
It's very good, according to Cory. I'm going to try it here in a minute. A large glass of water, and that is dinner tonight. Okay, we added the Parmesan cheese that's shredded on top, and that makes it much better. It's amazing how bright this phone shows up. It is pretty dark out here, but it still looks pretty light. It was a very cloudy day all day today. It is 37 degrees right now, but it got up to like close to 40, which was pretty nice. And all clouds. I didn't go anywhere today though. I was out on the balcony for a little bit, and that was about it. I just did dishes and cleaned up, did some videos, and yeah, that was about it. Nice night out though. We had a bunch of deer out here, but the dogs chased them away. So guys, I wanted to show you this because it's Door County coffee, and it's the advent calendar. I can never remember that word. So it starts off on the 1st, goes all the way down to the 24th. Includes 24 assorted full pot bags of coffee, 1.5 ounces. So I cannot wait to try this out. Because you know us, we love our coffee. I got this through the actual store, and it was actually pretty decently priced. Really exciting. So I thought I'd show you guys that. We'll open it together too every day to see what kind of coffee they have. If you're curious, follow along. She's curious. I've been inspired by Julia Pacheco for the minestrone soup recipe, so that's the one I tried. I did change up a few items. I did not add the zucchini, but I did add corn instead of beans. So those little tweaks, I did change it up just a little bit. We all thought it was really good. The only thing that I found odd with this soup is that the carrots and celery were in there since the start of the soup at like 12:30. And even though it was 6:30, well, we just turned it off now about 7:30, and they're still not soft. If I make this again, I think I'm going to boil those two things or make sure that they're both completely soft before I add them in. We're thinking maybe my slow cooker is just getting a little too old and it's not cooking right, because it only boils around the edge of the slow cooker. And I don't know if that's normal or not, but every time I see it boiling, I only see it boiling around the very edge of the slow cooker. It doesn't boil in the middle. We're looking at a new slow cooker because I did have this for over 15 years now. So it's getting up there in age. I will link Julia's video where I found this down below in the description box. So without Parmesan cheese, it says to sprinkle Parmesan cheese over it, and definitely helps. Oh my gosh, it's so good with the Parmesan cheese sprinkled over the top. Not the powdered Parmesan, but the real Parmesan cheese that you shred up yourself. But he said he'd rate it a 6 without the Parmesan, and with the Parmesan, he would rate it an 8. And I think I feel about the same way. It's good without the cheese, but it's not like it is when we have the Parmesan cheese on it. So we just did maybe 1/4 of an ounce of cheese on there, not even, the sprinkled over the top of it, and it was definitely really good. I really did like the addition of the corn though. It added just a little bit of sweetness to the dish. Today, I did not do a very good what I ate today. So this morning I did have a breakfast muffin. I did not have lunch because I had breakfast at 12:30. And then for dinner, we just had the soup, and I had some crackers, some Wasa crackers in between there. No hummus today though. And I think that's all I had today. Wow, it is. No, I had 2 coffees. 2 coffees, and of course I'm having one right now, and it's really good. My son actually made it for me. He did a good job. I weighed out my own creamer though, because he goes a little crazy on the creamer. So I did weigh out my own creamer, 23 grams, and it was 3 points. And the points on the minestrone soup was only 3 points for a big bowl of it. We have like a soup ladle and we fill that up twice, and that's what we consider a serving. And I think the ladle is half a cup ladle, so 1 cup of soup. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna get 10 servings out of this soup because it looks like there's a lot left. We shared with downstairs as well. So if you guys have ever made minestrone soup, please let me know down below in the comments your recipe or anything that's different that you tried compared to what I tried, because I'm always curious. I'm definitely willing to try a different version of minestrone soup because I do like it. And if we can get one that we can rate a 9 or 10 without the cheese, that would be perfection. So I want to thank you guys for watching. So we will see you guys back here tomorrow, I hope. Please feel free to subscribe if you enjoyed the channel. And thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you guys for watching. And we will talk to you guys tomorrow for Wellness Wednesday. Bye, guys.